Okay, so um, I went for another exercise to help reverse the damage I done to my body by waging spiritual warfare. So as I was back there, I ran. I ran. I think one lap. I did one lap. I ran for about a minute, and then I said, "I got to do something different because I'm always running, and it's not healing me. It isn't. It's not because I ran for 2 months before I relapsed. And then I only the last time I relapsed, I did the crystal for 2 nights, and it drained me. Unlike the beginning when I was um able to go longer. So that allows me to know that my energy is not it's not at peak performance. So um I'm gonna try something different and see where it goes. So I already told you about walking. That song, the Proclaimers, 500 miles. I would walk 500 miles. So I have to, as I'm going for my walk, as I go for that little run, I stop jogging and then I started walking. So I just theorize, if you're a creator and you're creating a universe at the beginning of time, um, in theory, it means that when you do go for a walk, you would reverse the flow of your atoms in your body. As your as your daily means of exercise for 22 minutes, I would assume. When you're if the idea is that you have to um create a paradise, is it really a paradise if you make your subjects run every day for 22 minutes? Not in my eyes. Nor is it paradise if you have to jog 22 minutes every day. Because there's a certain, you get sweaty from that, and it takes a toll on you because it's, hard to breathe. So that's not really paradise. So that's where I formed the basis of the theory. It's like more of a paradise for me is where you just have to walk for 22 minutes because, um, you can do that anytime you want. So that's more in lines of paradise. If you have to walk for 22 minutes to reverse the flow of atoms in your body, um, to make room for new memories in a life after you send your soul to another life. Um, to me, that makes sense. So, and I'm not certain about the muscles either. Like uh, that kind of has like a vanity attachment, which is one of the seven deadly sins of I can't remember which one it is. Pride, I guess. It's a pride thing. Um, if everyone did it in creation, I guess it would be okay if everyone was looked the same but muscular. So the workout routine, it could be possible, but I don't know if I want to risk it. Um, I'm gonna do the walking for sure. Because I think that's the proper way to do it. So my only clue is, well, not my only clue. There's several clues, but this is a movie called Turbo. Um, that's about right now, right here. So I said, and so begins another wonderful work week at the plate. So um, that that smoke is metaphorical for crystal meth smoke. Okay, so basically, this is my fifth day off. Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Thursday. Yeah, 4 days. So 4 days I've been up. Well, I was up for 3 days. This is the fourth day. So it's work for me. Spiritual warfare is work. So this is the epiphany I have. It's not really epiphany, it's just information that was always there, but just for some strange reason, now my mind thinks a little bit differently. That's usually how it is, how I come up with these concepts. So I'm going to try it, let's see what happens. So this here is Turbo. He's walking with these snails, and he says, it says, growing up, like everyone around me was moving at a snail's pace. So these snails are just, moving really slow. I want you to think of that at the beginning of creation. For 1.4 million years is everyone walking 22 minutes a day to is their only means of exercise to I put it live forever. Now the shell, it can be a representation of a turtle shell. Meaning like a turtle can be considered as being skinny because of their arms, and you don't see the body. If you were to take the shell off the turtle, you'd have to draw the turtle with a skinny body. So it's a representation of people not becoming muscular. It's almost like that's a sign of pride and ego. So anyhow, the reason that they're moving slow is it just represents people at the beginning of creation walking instead of jogging or running. So everyone's moving around a snail's pace. Like everyone around me was moving at a snail's pace. Let's go, people, pick it up. That's what he says. He wants them to move faster. So he says, I just wanted to go a little faster. So that's a representation of my evil son who rose up and murdered me and mom and then took over creation and enlisted the help of a bunch of other evil people. By going a little bit faster, what he's referring to is running or jogging, basically. So, like speed. You want to think of walking as normal, but jogging is a little bit faster, but running is even faster. So here we got you just quit it with the speed stuff. Start living your life. So it's a representation of me having to quit the speed and start living my life with this newfound information, which means walking every day for 22 minutes instead of jogging. So these here, when you see this here, it's a representation of an atom going really fast, which is a representation of speed or meth. So we're going to take that. The spirits, they basically, I theorize that they're trying to get me to run high on the speed because the speed is a chemical. It connects you to the spirit world of dopamine and the atoms in my body. And when I exercise or when I jog, I'm doing something bad, like negative. The atoms in my body, they rewind back, but faster for the bad side of creation. Meaning I commit the sin and I'm basically purifying the bad guys when I should be walking sober to purify the good guys. So that's the concept. These guys get me to get high and jog, because when I jog high, I'm jogging while bad, because I'm not supposed to do that. So when the heart rate goes up, You want to think of that as being a different form of electricity. Similar to like an orgasm. When you have an orgasm, your heart rate goes up. And the way people are orgasming now, that's not a good thing because that electricity connected to that orgasm of sinners is from evil. So you want to think of me running as the heart rate in my body is evil, trying to imitate me climaxing by getting my heart rate to go up, to purify them of sin and give them more energy while taking my energy through committing the sin. That's why I can't get better. I'm not getting any better. It's like, what the hell, where the hell my life force go? I was able to go, 10 climaxes at the beginning of the Vision Quest and, not get sick at all. But now I could go 4 days on it, but now I go 2 days, have one climax and I'm almost dead. So that's the life force. They're draining the life force, taking it from me by getting me to put my heart rate up when it's not supposed to go up, because when you walk in creation, your heart rate's just normal. A resting heart rate, right? Whereas these guys, they get people to run or me to run to put the heart rate up. Is their electricity. You want to think is the resting heart rate as being good electricity, but the minute it starts to go up through exercise, like running and jogging, that's evil electricity. That's the concept. That's the theory. And when I'm doing that, those atoms that are bad, it reverses the energy. It gives them more life force, in other words. By doing something good for myself, like running and eating healthy, they're stealing that life force and giving it to themselves while sucking the life force from me, killing me because I'm trying to better myself, but I'm not really doing it. So that's why I've decided to do the walking and see what that'll do. To see if I can suck the life force from them now that I've given to them and give it back to myself. So that's just a representation of blood, like blood cells, right? So when you're running, the heart pumps harder and it pushes the blood through the body, at a faster rate. It doesn't really have anything. There's the heart. So, when the heart rate is when the heart muscle is pumping extra hard through the running or jogging, and the electricity, it goes up higher. So that's the theory. I'm theorizing. I also had the theory before that. The reason why they're getting me to do that is like when I jog, I could be the heart is a muscle because I'm old, I'm overweight. I could be overworking that muscle, making it grow, enlarge, and that's not what I want to do. So I also theorize that's one of the reasons why they're getting me to run or jog, because they want to enlarge my heart to kill me. This here is just a representation. These guys represent people at the beginning of creation who just walk around normally to live forever, as opposed to this guy here who invented jogging and running and lifting weights and through the sin of pride, because running is a form of pride because not everybody does it. So because not everybody does it, you can run for a mile and somebody else can't. The other person kind of looks up to you with pride and envy. So it's a sin, even though it's healthy for you. It's a sin. So that's the concept I have to come up with, and it's kind of weird because I ran for 2 months. I ate healthy. I ran for 2 months, and then when I had the relapse, I only lasted 2 days before I almost killed myself. So, or died, I should say, almost from lack of energy, like in my atoms, in my body, my soul, my spirits. that had no life force. So why didn't I have life force? I ran for 2 months straight. How come I didn't have life force? I would assume that the electricity and my heart rate being up like that means it's going to the evil side of creation, and it's giving them life force like an energy vampire. They're sucking my life force by getting me to put the heart rate up so the electricity voltage goes up so they can suck my life force out of me. So that's the concept. That's today's epiphany. I guess I wouldn't have had it if, I didn't get the stuff. I don't know if I've never tried walking before, but, I'm going to try it, see what it does, So, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to protect us from having spacecrafts come over here. I thought I could do that by running or jogging, by purifying the electromagnetic wave. But if that's not working, then perhaps walking might do that. And if I'm walking between now and Christmas time, when I expect these evil aliens to come over in their UFOs and pretend to be people they're not, perhaps I could protect us that way. So by walking every day for 22 minutes or 44 minutes or whatever it may be, I could purify my magnetic wave of sin, resurrecting my grandfather's spirit and putting evil grandfather to sleep or killing him completely. That way, the only visible electromagnetic wave left is the electric wave of evil grandmother. But those fire electrons that are hers, they would stick to my magnetic wave because I'd be positive and she'd be negative. Therefore, the hydrogen proton would stick to her invisible electric wave from the sun, and that's what might protect us. So I basically did a little bit of science here by trying to run for 2 months and noticing no difference because of the crystal meth relapse, and now coming up with this concept now, it's just like, okay, well, I'm going to walk and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to prevent the UFOs from coming over, but I'll try. So that's something that has come out of a negative action. So me getting the crystal meth, me pleasing spirits, giving the spirits what they want, is negative. But this concept I'm telling you about, possibly walking to save all your lives watching this, possibly all creation's lives, it came from a negative. So you need to look at that. Like, sure, the behavior and stuff like that, it's horrendous. But the flip side here is this epiphany, if it works, will give would resurrect my grandfather's spirit and put him in power, and then protect us from aliens coming over here to try to who want to get rid of us. So the thing is, it could be a trick from evil, to get me to stop running. But to get me to stop running, meaning they're lowering my shields so that they can come over here. If I'm walking, and it does nothing, all this movie, what I just showed you, could be a trick from evil. Like the evil spirits create this movie to make me believe I gotta walk so that, I won't do the proper exercise. So, it's a 50-50 shot, and my only other clue is Walking on Sunshine by Katrina and the Waves. So, if I'm walking on sunshine, that means I'm supposed to walk, not run. So the same concept of me trying to run is that sun's electromagnetic wave is hitting the Earth's black hole and then bouncing over to the moon and then back again. That's a wave. and I'm walking on it. Katrina and the Waves doesn't sing, I'm jogging on sunshine, whoa. Or she doesn't say, I'm running on sunshine, whoa. She says, I'm walking on sunshine. Which is like the Bangles. Walk like an Egyptian, or walk like a mummy, or walk like a mommy. So, their clues are out there. I just gotta put them together. And that video here with Katrina and the Waves, walking on sunshine, and walk like an Egyptian, Aerosmith, walk this way, Johnny Cash, walk the line, means I'm gonna try to walk my way to eternity.